Ahoy everyone, welcome to another episode of the O Show. I'm O and I'm here for your amusement. And y'all, like, okay, we are, what the? Alright, yeah. Okay. This dog is fucking with me. Alright, so, we are at number. Hey y'all, it's your girl, producer Dee Dee. And look, let me just say, when Orpheus recorded this video, he originally said this was going to be his number 7 pick, but this fool changed his mind and moved it to number 6. So I ain't got time to be editing all these wrong numbers he's saying. So if you hear him say number 7 later on in the video, please note that this is actually his number 6 pick. Okay. Hey y'all, shout out to my mom and my kids and my husband. Hey. Okay. Producer Dee Dee out. So I finally gave up fighting my battles with myself. And my number 7 is the OG Mariah Carey album. Okay. Yes, this is what started it all, you guys. That was the front. Here is the back. You can't really see it, but the track listing is here. Let me, oh, there you go, see? There you go. Wow, you guys, like, this is what started it all. We were introduced to MC in 1990. So this was her first album, and it peaked at number 1. Hey! And she had a couple of number 1 singles on here as well. So yeah, so let me tell you. So, so, I've never told anyone this secret, right? Don't tell my mom. But let me tell you what happened the first time I bought Mariah Carey's album. So, once upon a time back in 1991, right? Because her album came out in 1990. So in 91, early 91, before the summertime, I was finishing like 4th grade. Okay. And I was talking to a friend of mine. Her name was Jocelyn. And you know, when you're in school, you get the phone numbers to your little friends in class. And so, so me and Jocelyn was, I don't remember if I called her or if she called me, but one specific phone call I, for some reason, always remember is that I had asked, like, you know, hey, what are you doing? And she was like, I'm listening to the new Mariah Carey song. And I was like, oh my God, I know her. Because, okay, so back in 1991, everyone had cable around me, and I couldn't understand why my family didn't have cable. It makes sense now that I'm a grown up and I'm paying bills now. Like, okay, it was an extra thing. But I had to rely on award shows. So I used to love award shows back then because it was all your favorite artists, and when they nominate the person, they played a snippet of the songs being nominated. So I remember when Mariah started getting nominated and they were playing snippets. I'm like, oh my God, like, I love this lady's voice. Because, like, I always had a high register. My voice, I hate my voice. My voice sounds high right now. But it was higher back then. And, you know, when you're playing like tag on the playground and you're playing like with the girls and they start screaming when someone's going to tag them. I was doing the same thing. Like, someone was running from me and I was screaming my ass up and down that playground. But, like, I always noticed I had like this high voice, and I would just do like whistle tones. Like, you had Minnie Riperton and like Denise Williams. I think they were like the main people, I guess, at the time that I was listening to that would do shit like that with their voice. So I was like, okay, I can do that too. But I remember when Mariah came around, I caught Vision of Love like here and there. or maybe like if she performed it on, I think she was on Arsenio Hall one time. Well, that was, I think, the first time she was seen, was the Arsenio Hall show. But anyway, the point is, she would do it a lot, in her songs, and I was like, oh my god, I could do that shit too. And what's that? Oh, here. Yes. So, point is, there was an artist out there doing shit that I could do and whatever, right? So, me and my mom used to, so I used to live in Noble Square in the high-rise building that is right now at Milwaukee and Division. And Ashland. Ashland is there. It's like this weird, like, 6-corner triangle thing with those streets crossing. So Milwaukee was a happening place at that time. When you walk down Milwaukee Avenue, like, you pretty much had like everything there. So one day we went to a record store and I saw the Mariah Carey album. And I think my mom was buying something, like, at that time, if it wasn't like the 45 record, I think the other ones were called 45, she'd have moved on to like cassettes or cassette singles. But I saw the Mariah Carey's album there, and I don't know why I never asked for it. It was just there. But I had like this scheme for like a couple weeks that I eventually executed. So one day, our school bus dropped us off. I got off the bus. I kind of pretended to like go into the building, and then once the bus was gone, because those bus drivers are hired to like narc on you, right? So I walked my little 9-year-old self, because I wasn't 10 yet, and I walked up Milwaukee Avenue, and I had my like birthday and Christmas money that I had like stored for like safekeeping and like that rainy day. I took some money and I walked down Milwaukee Avenue to this record store, and I actually bought the Mariah Carey cassette album. And then I walked my ass right back home and, went inside like nothing happened. Y'all, I don't know how I didn't get kidnapped as a kid, because I was just going everywhere that I was not supposed to go. So, with that said, I'm sure we all had moments where you used to like be in your room. Sometimes I'll be in the closet. Or I had like this Fisher-Price tape recorder where I could record things either off the radio or people talking. But I used to listen to that and listen to Mariah like with the tape recorder like under my pillow. It was a mess. And that is how I got introduced to Mariah. So I used to listen to all her songs. I would sing them back. And that is when I kind of thought like, ooh, you get that moment in childhood where you're like, oh, I'm going to be a singer. I'm going to do this and this and this. I was already like doing plays and musicals. Well, we didn't do a lot of plays before like 5th grade, but any like assembly or choir or anything, like I was always already part of it. But I remember thinking like, there was already Michael Jackson and Prince in my life, but I was like, I want to be like Mariah Carey. Because I just loved her music. So there I said it. So I can talk about it now because I'm in my 40s and I'm grown. So I'm not scared to tell that story anymore. But child, yeah, I was up and down those streets. Okay, so look at Mariah Carey. Why is Mariah Carey my number 7th album on my Mariah countdown? Other than that story, it's always a go-to album, It was a little dated with the sound, okay? Yes, it was 1990. Like 1990 was 80s was experimental with everything, and 1990s came along, and music was just music, and it was moving in different directions, and it was it at the time. Like it was the shit. So Yeah, so let's talk about the track listings, right? So number one, right off the bat, we all know "Vision of Love," and "Vision of Love" was Mariah's first number one single. Her little whistle at the end is iconic. I still to this day love doing "Vision of Love" at karaoke. I remember like one of the first times I did it in karaoke. There's that point at the end where the person who there's like background vocals who's singing the high part, and then you just sing the other part, and people thought I was always hitting the high note because by that time my voice had changed. Like once puberty hit, like I fucking lost that whistle registry. But I remember people not knowing like if I was actually doing that or whatever. So I would always just like say, "Oh no, yeah, that was me," and they'd be like, "Oh my god, really? Let me buy you a beer." And I was like, "Oh, thank you. I'm drinking Heineken," and people would just buy me Heinekens all the time because Heineken was a lot, child. Like I could afford Miller Lite, but if someone's gonna buy me a beer, I'd be like, Heineken, please." So yeah, so Vision of Love, love it, love it, love it, love it. The next track of this album is "There's Got to Be a Way," and that song is crazy because if you listen to the lyrics of that song, like shit that she's talking about in 1990 is still happening today. So go Mariah because she was woke back then. It's funny too. Like I didn't realize it was a video for this song because I didn't realize it was a single. Because again, I didn't have cable. I didn't get cable until like I want to say it was like 92, 93. And yes, at that time MTV, I was like, I can finally enjoy music videos like the rest of the world, and I'm just at the mercy of whatever MTV was going to play. But honestly, I didn't know there was a video for the song till shit, like 20 some years later. I was doing something and it came on and I was like, what? So there's got to be a way. Love of Love. And then the next track on the album is I Don't Want to Cry. Oh, Mariah, her little ballads. So yeah, I Don't Want to Cry is a good song. I used to sing along to that song and being all dramatic on my bedpost. Not like a strip or anything, but I would just be on the pole just like, I don't want to cry. Okay, you know what? I'm telling you guys too much. Okay, so now we are at Someday. Now, I was obsessed with Someday because like when it was in the media and I saw it, and I was like, okay, love, 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 right? Then you had the video, and I used to catch the video like years later. It's a fun bop, you know what I'm saying? Someday was super cute. Nowadays, you kind of listen to it, you're like, ugh, sounds weird. But it was a good time listening to it, and like I said, I used to love the video. The little school theme, the little Mariah walking around in overalls, like, y'all, don't let me have a wig on in my overalls because I would I'll just recreate that video all over again. But yeah, Someday was cute. It was cute. All right, so next we have Vanishing, right? Another slow like groove song, and then we have All in Your Mind. And I do remember singing All in Your Mind for some reason, like a lot. Even if I was just walking down the street or a hallway, like I would just sing All Alone in Love. I don't know why. It was always just stuck in my head. It was like this haunting song, and I was all about it. And and now I think about it. So the next song is Alone in Love, and I feel like those two songs I used to just kind of hum and sing a lot. Yeah, they were really, really good songs. I like them. The next song is You Need Me. Don't you know you need me? Fun. The next song is Sent From Up Above. You know what? I used to love the music of this song. Love the song, love the lyrics, and what have you, but like the music on Sent From Up Above? Wait, is that the song? Yes. Like how it starts, he had that. I don't know what instrument that is, but it used to get me, and it still does. Like, I can get down with Six from Above. Prisoner. Ooh, is Prisoner the one she does the little rap? You don't think that I'll be strong enough? No, baby, now. Yes. How you not love Prisoner? Okay, now we probably could have done without the rap. But you know, it was late 90s or late 80s, early 90s. Like, everyone was rapping. I'm pretty sure if I had a record deal, they'd be like, okay, now sing this rap, Orpheus. And I'm the last person who should be rapping too. So, you know what, Mariah, you tried. We can't talk because we don't have our own album. So, there you go. And then the last song of this album is Love Takes Time to Heal When It Hurts So Much. Another album fave. That was also cool about Mariah that I noticed like really early on. Like usually when you have artists singing and there's like background vocals, a lot of people will have background singers. And one thing I really did notice early on with Mariah is that she used to do her own, I don't want to say background vocals, but she does, I can't think of the name of it, but she kind of like layers her voice, like a voiceover? No, that's not the right term. Shit, what the hell's the right term? But you know when she's singing and then all of a sudden you hear a voice come in, either like harmonizing on a word or a phrase or something, but it's her. Voiceover? No, did I say that already? Shit, I can't think of what it's called. But I used to love that because a lot of people were not doing it, and then she was like, well, no, instead of this other person singing it, like, I'm gonna sing it. So she'll sing like the verse or something, and then she'll come in and just ad-lib or whatever. But I do like when she like vocalized over herself. That makes sense. You know what I'm talking about, right? Mariah Carey, the OG album, you guys, like that. That was our introduction to our girl, you guys. Like, cheersies to Mariah. But there were other albums that I do have more attachment to than this one. Like, I love it still to this day. I can put that album on and we all know the words. I can sing along to everything, watch the videos that came out. Like, it's always going to be part of my life because it was part of my history. Thank goodness I wasn't kidnapped. I don't know if that record, no, it's probably not even open anymore. But anyway, what do you guys think of Mariah Carey? Her debut album, you guys. Put it in the comments below. Like, what do you guys think? What's your favorite song? What song do you not like? I know she's been like talking about certain songs lately, like, you know, she could do without that song, Her Life, and stuff like that. But yeah, that's my number 7. So again, let me know in the comments what you think and your thoughts, and I will see you all in the next entry. So until then, please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will be back with entry number 6. So until then, TTFN.